Have I ever pooped during anal? Emphasis on pooped. That's so sexy. No, I haven't. I make sure everything's clean, tight, tidy. Definitely tight, but no, I have never pooped during anal.
I have not necessarily like pooped on a dick during anal, but I have had one time where I thought I was clean, and as we were starting, some poop did come out. And then we just stopped, obviously, and went to clean out. It's happened once, that one time only, knock on wood. And I've been so paranoid ever since. It was like the most traumatic thing I've ever experienced. It's like, we're not having butt sex unless I prep. I want a clean butthole so then you can put it in my mouth.
Oh, yes, I have done anal, and no, I have not pooped. That was one thing in my head, too, because I'm such a control freak. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to poop everywhere. But it never happened to me, knock on wood. But yeah.
Generally speaking, my butthole has been really kind to me. Like, really kind to me. No problems. I love getting it in the butt. Like, it's great. But my first DP on camera, so I roll into the day, and clearly being the flesh-peddling degenerate I am, I'm no stranger to entertaining 2 gentlemen at a time. So I'm rolling into my first film DP, feeling loose, feeling good, it's great. We start getting into photos, and things are going well. We get 2 minutes into the second dick going into my ass, and then suddenly I hear the, cut. And I realize that I am finally going to have a bad anal day. At that point, I'm running to the bathroom every 5 minutes, just trying to wash out and pray to God that my guts will just hold on for 10 minutes so we can get through this goddamn anal sequence. Finally, we're in the last 2 minutes. We're in the last 2 minutes, we're in the home stretch. I'm like, oh, thank you, God. Thank you. We're about to be done with this. Okay, and so I'm on my back. One dick is here, and then the other dick is here. And then the vagina dick pulls out, and I'm supposed to hop off of the bottom dick and go get spit roasted, basically. I hop off of bottom dick, and there it fucking is, and I am not calling cut again. We are so, I am this close to getting hit with a kill day, it's that bad. And it wasn't very much. And so, in the continuing theme of mama raising no bitch, I have no choice at this point but to basically put my mouth on it. I'm still a little traumatized about that, but also simultaneously super proud of myself for not ruining that day. But now I know what that tastes like.
Yes. Yes, in fact, I have had a girl poop during anal. During the filming of Scooby-Doo, after doing a little bit of anal, the girl, she's getting fucked in the ass. She's like, I want to suck it. No, I don't. Just instantly, just this look on her face. Before I could even look down, you just knew.
There was one time in my personal life that there was a little tiny bit of brown showing, and I was completely mortified. And I ran to the bathroom. The guy at the time was like, if I'm going in the shoot, I'm expecting, there's a possibility of something happening. And I'm like, you don't understand, this has never happened to me before, and I never want it to happen again, and it hasn't. He handled it like a champ. And he wanted to keep going, but I was like, you need to go home.
I have done anal, and that is honestly one of my biggest fears is shitting on someone in the middle of it, but not even just shitting on someone in the middle of it, but the lube mixing with the shit and causing that horrific mudslide sort of situation. So I haven't done that, but that's my fear, which is probably why I can never relax during anal.
Have I ever pooped during anal? I mean, the answer is definitely never, but if I'm being honest, of course it happens to everybody. That's the dangers of doing anal. Just live with it. Clean it out, keep going.
I've never pooped during anal. I've never done anal on camera, so I've had the luxury of sort of allowing myself a lot of prep time and not, being on camera. There was one time where I put a butt plug in my ass and maybe not the best situation, and camera cut, I took it out, and it was sure glad I didn't take that out on camera. I haven't had any complaints about poop dick, so maybe I haven't pooped on dicks, or maybe I just have really compassionate partners.
Have I ever pooped during the butt sex? Of course, what the fuck? There's only, you can do a lot of preventative measures, but sometimes your body's just yeah, let me throw some shit at you. It is a fucking shithole after all. I mean, come on.
Even though I lost my anal virginity on camera, I've never pooped during anal. I guess I've only done it like 3 times, and they were all pretty ridiculous experiences, but there was no poop.
You know, anal is some sticky territory. I've had 1 or 2 occasions where I like enemaed beforehand and there was still like a little bit of enema water that was just trapped up in there, and it was like a little bit of dirty water. I haven't like full on pooped on anybody. I've been pooped on. There was one time that I was doing a strap-on scene with a girl, and we were doing anal, and I don't know if she was new to anal and just hadn't prepared properly or what, but I straight up got fully pooped on. It was not fun. It was standing doggy, so we were in like a locker room, and she had her leg propped up on the bench, and I was standing behind her, like fucking her from behind, and it was just like a full turd came out. Thankfully, it was just a rubber dick. It didn't really get on me, and I handled it pretty well. Like it was already embarrassing enough for her, so I didn't want to be like, ew, gross. I just paused, walked away, cleaned up, and then we went back to it. But it was pretty gross.
Oh, I've pooped so much during anal. It's just part of the territory. If you're like putting your dick in somebody's butt and expecting shit not to come out, you're kind of mistaken. But yeah, I've had really embarrassing poop stories. I've gotten other people's poop in my mouth. I'm just like no stranger to it.
There's been a couple scenes where, I was up there a little too long and we had a little bit of issue. But no, I mean, nothing. We're talking salt and pepper flakes here, not, the Slurpee machine or whatever.
I've done a lot of anal, and yes, I have had my accidents. It's never fun. It's always one of those things where everybody pretends to not be shocked or upset, but nobody really likes it, and it's kind of embarrassing.
I have luckily actively not shat during anal. I understand that sometimes the vacuum it creates can cause that, or it can happen if you've been having trouble with your diet or you enemaed poorly, but I've only had just trace amounts, and then you clean up.
Yeah, I think my first scene, actually, I never knew what an enema was, and it was a messy situation. But what can you say? Shit happens.